obviously, you know, the hottest item right now for us is that Mattel Creations crowdfunded WCW Monday Nitro entrance stage. So this crowdfund is going on right now. The stage is massive, 40 inches wide, 20 inches tall. Mike, tell us a little bit about designing this unbelievable entrance stage.
Okay, first and foremost, 7 years, my friend. 7 years I've been trying to make a stage that would make it into something like this. So for this to actually happen right here, like for WWE, for Mattel is just like, it's a win for all of us here. But you know, I get a lot of, when I build things like this, I immediately reach out to like Bill and Steve, like the gurus of, and even Rob sometimes, like, yo, what's authentic? Because building a thing like this, you have to be, for you guys, it's got to be authentic, right? It can't look like, you know, like the preschool playset, right? You know, because you guys are paying for it. So I look at everything that goes into the build, and I look at like the size and and all the iterations. Like we all get together at the table, and after I put a base down, I'm like, is this too big? They're like, yeah, that's really big. You know, like I think that's just way too big. And then like, all right, if we bring it down like this, and next thing you know, we put a figure around there, and we're like, yeah,
this is it.
We're singing Kumbaya, and we're going, yeah, this is it. This is what we're doing. And the greatest part about it is that once I start putting the things on there that make it what it is, like once I made the WCW signs and I put those down, and they were just like, oh, those are too small. And then made them again, and like, those are perfect. And every step of the way, it's these guys are telling me like, yeah, that's got to be authentic. The grill, the coloring on the grill's got to be right. The lighting, and even like the banners and to the placement. Well, then that's when I start getting into the details. And as you guys build this, I was telling somebody a couple days ago, like, I want you to be the roadie, right? And when you build this thing, I want you to run the cables like they ran the cables back then. Like, I don't want to hide them, because that's part of the magic, right? When you see, if you look really close at that WCW stuff, right, you see like there was just like it was a stage that wherever they went, whatever they kind of scaffolding had, whether they just trucked the WCW signs or like the grill grates, they had to ask people for scaffolding. And it changes, but you see all the wires, you see everything running through there. And I think that part of you guys, when you build it, you're gonna be like, and in your photos or the videos you guys put, or when you stack your figures, you're gonna be like, people are like, dang, that thing looks real. And that's what I want. And that's when building that kind of stuff for you guys and for me and for WWE and for Mattel, it's just attention to detail is really important. And I'm just happy that like the size, the scale, forward thinking, a modularity, and yeah, giving you guys exactly what you guys would hope from a ring like that, or an entrance stage like that. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it was really a labor of love from start to finish. Everything that you put in, the research you did.
Yeah.
It's not just talking to the group here. It's the amount of footage watched. And you're like, no, you can't do that, because I saw, like, if you look down here and you increase the contrast, you can actually see this. There's actually a footer right here.
Yeah.
You brought all of that through the whole process.
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing when I started building this, I was like, if you look at the photos, those signs were modular, right? They weren't made, like sometimes you'd see them on the floor, or sometimes you see them here. And then I would say like, man, sometimes this thing was just set up on a big floor, and, you know, like Dennis Rodman walks out behind the thing, you know, and all this other people like Rowdy Piper with all the pipers. I'm like, man, this thing's got to be just like on the floor. It's got to be modular. It's got to be, you know, like I want you guys to be able to set and recreate all those moments and just be excited about, you know, like that's the start. You know, this is the start of like something bigger for us.
Yeah.
So.
And really, you know, thank you. And really enjoy the build. You know, it's not this laborious thing that you have to put together. It's this really fun experience that recreates some of that magic, and you can, like we were talking about, you can customize it to fit your space. So
Yeah, 100%. Like, just letting you guys know, like, I think some of you guys might have caught me over there talking about it, but that stage, and then you guys are like, oh man, I don't have a table for this. Where am I going to put this? You know, most of you guys don't care. You know, like 100% of you guys are just like, I'll get a storage locker for this thing. I do not care. But for the people who are like space conscious, it's just 2 clips away to making it sit on a 10-inch shelf on your wall. So, and the modularity of the blocks, like when we work out this thing and when you guys see other videos of like how to put it together, I'm gonna show you guys how to put it on a shelf. So like if you guys have display issues, but you got a wall, you can put it on a wall and put your figures on it. And that's the whole point. Like I want you guys to be able to like not complain about like, oh my God, this thing is so massive, which I'm sure you guys are like not complaining about how massive it is. It's just, I want you guys to not worry about
fun. It shouldn't
Right.
be a burden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely not a burden to have. And yeah, this is like Bill said, building it's fun.
Yeah.
Like building it's not like a 30,000 Lego piece set that some of you guys might fiend over. This isn't that. This thing is up and running in like your house. Yeah.
Because personally, when the CR model arrived at my house, and it's in these giant packing containers, right? It's like something from Indiana Jones. And it's all full of packing peanuts, so I'm a little hesitant. I'm like, oh boy, this is, and all those parts laid out. And then when we got to building it, oh, this is fun. This is really easy. Like they captured everything in your vision of how to do it, and it was a lot of fun to do. So
the next, when you guys go back to the Superstore and you see the stage, like the first thing that you do, you go there and you see the wow factor. The figures in front of the lights and how big it is and how much detail there is. When you go back today and tomorrow and Monday, go behind it and check out, like try to take a look at it from the angle that Mike is saying. I've been pointing out to a few of you guys about how can I deconstruct this thing? How can I break it down to make it fit on a shelf that's half as narrow or half as wide? And I think you'll start seeing like the possibilities, which I think is the incredible thing about it, is not just like, here you go, it's the possibilities to customize it for yourself.
All right, so possibilities, right? So we're loading this thing with amazing figures right out of the gate. We've got the early backer bonus Hulk Hogan figure from the debut episode of Monday Nitro. We've got Rey Mysterio, Hall of Famer, congrats to him. What amazing induction by Conan last night. So he's included with the stage. At 7,000 units, we unlock Diamond Dallas Page, my yoga instructor. 9,000, Big Papa Pump, his first figure in our line. And at 11,000, the ultimate stretch goal, Ultimate Warrior from his WCW debut. We're going to take a quick look at some of the accessories that are included with these figures. Bill, tell us about this and tell us about a very special accessory that's included with the early backer bonus Hulkster.
Sure, Hulk Hogan comes with everything you see here. He comes with the figure, obviously. He will come with a soft goods shirt.
Two?
He comes with, yeah, actually two. One is the standard like pre-rip, and then the other one comes with the Velcro opening at the front. So if you want to have him come out, and pose him before ripping off his shirt, and then in the process of ripping off his shirt, you can do both with this figure. Two different bandanas, and also two different wrist covers to, again, pick whichever version of Hogan that you want. The weight belt, and then a new version of the world title, which is we've adjusted the sculpt a little bit to match exactly the version that was seen in the debut of Nitro before WWE put the logo at the top. This is new tooling to, it's ultimate. It's got to be exactly as how it was seen on TV. So that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, so finally the long requested version of Big Gold without the WWE logo is coming your way. All right, taking a look at Rey Mysterio and Diamond Dallas Page. Rey has this amazing soft goods robe, which was on display at the Superstore. Very cool graphic on the back of that as well. DDP, of course, has all these accessories you see here, including his entrance vest. And if we have a chance to plus him up a little bit, maybe we will. Also, Big Papa Pump with the US title, multiple head sunglasses, and then Warrior with that duster. And you saw the work in progress duster at the Superstore as well. It's very impressive. So really just want to reiterate here that early backer Hulkster figure, we have until this coming Friday to unlock that. If we hit 5,000 units by Friday, everyone who backs this project gets that Hulk Hogan figure. So that's like super added value to this already, awesome set. And of course, we want to build out that world for those people who are buying this entrance stage and beyond. So we're launching at Walmart in 2024 the Monday Night War line, WWE versus WCW. So this line will consist of each wave of this line will consist of 2 WWE superstars from the Attitude Era. You see here Stone Cold Steve Austin and Undertaker. These were designed by one of our newer designers, Hector. And looking at this Undertaker sculpt, I'm blown away, and it takes me right back in time to years gone by of those older Undertaker figures. And then here's a look at Stone Cold's soft goods. So this is very reminiscent of that old defining moments figure.
And a soda can.
And 2 WCW superstars in the wave. This wave has Hulk Hogan from his first Nitro appearance after Bash at the Beach, the heel turn. So you notice that head sculpt with the shorter mustache. Also to note here, this is the new post WrestleMania 9 Hulk Hogan torso. So brand new torso for the Hulkster that we're going to be using for that second half of his career at WCW and afterwards. Soft goods as well. You see the shirt here that he wore, all black, pretty sleek, cool look for the Hulkster. And then Scott Hall's Nitro debut, when he jumped ship from WWE to WCW, and not shown here, but he will include a second head with a ponytail. All right, and these will have a Build-A-Figure. Long requested for us to do Build-A-Figures that weren't suited. So, we're getting there, maybe half suit here, right? So shirtless Lex, but he has a soft goods shirt that you could put on him to replicate Lex showing up unexpectedly at the end of that first episode of Monday Nitro.
And that shirt's coming along really nicely, really nicely. I've just been putting a lot of work into it. It looks really good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying the shirt's coming along really beautifully. Hector's been putting a lot of work into it, and we were really looking at the collar and the blousing, and it's coming along great. So I think you guys are going to like it.
All right, and of course, we saw requests and we anticipated requests for a Monday Nitro ring to go with the stage. So the Monday Nitro ring Ultimate Edition will be coming to Mattel Creations and Ringside Collectibles late this year, early next year. And it does have an Ultimate Edition figure of Eric Bischoff. Bill, give us some specifics on this.
Sure, Eric Bischoff will come with the figure seen here in the jeans with 2 interchangeable heads, one more serious, one more with his pretty cheesy smile. The leather jacket, which is a molded plastic part, which is like the usual Ultimates with the torso cover and the interchangeable arm sleeves. So he has full range of motion in the arms and also full detail on the torso part. And then 2 separate soft goods shirts to include. One is the white shirt, so when he was a commentator when Nitro started, and then another NWO version that he can wear when he went to the dark side and joined the NWO. So he can be posed with when you have the shirt on and then the torso cover over and then the sleeves attached. You get the look seen at the bottom there. And I've seen like the first prototypes of the soft goods functioning with the jacket. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, so very exciting times to come. Attitude Era, Monday Night War, centered figures, universe building, and we hope that this line lasts a really long time. So here's everything you're gonna get with that Monday Night Nitro ring and Eric Bischoff figure. But unfortunately, we have to wrap things up with ruthless aggression. So we do have a final wave coming. Doesn't mean this area won't be represented in the future. They'll move on to mainline and to Legends and other executions, so you'll still see plenty of Ruthless Aggression figures, but just no longer a dedicated line at this time. But we're wrapping it up in a strong way. At the Superstar, you did see Rob Van Dam and Brock Lesnar Ultimates, and the final wave of Elites consists of The Miz, it consists of The Rock, and MVP, and it's so awesome to have MVP from this era back in our line.
Whoa. Who just said MVP? Who's out here talking about MVP? But wait a second. Turn my music off because I didn't come alone. It is your pleasure. As a matter of fact, everybody get on your feet right now because I would like to present to you one of the great wonders of the world, the 7'3", 416-pound Nigerian giant, Omos. He's bigger in real life than he is on TV.
You with so many action figures, and now you with Omos with 3 so far from Mattel. It's got to be pretty cool.
It's awesome.
I'll tell you guys a story real quick. Many years ago, when I was an up-and-coming wrestler, I worked at this furniture warehouse in South Florida, and the manager, a guy named Javier, told me if I wanted to get a promotion to come see him because I was working real hard in the warehouse. And I stepped to him to ask him, hey man, I want to talk to you about that promotion. And he said, have a seat. And he had his acolytes around him, his little ass kissers, if you will. And he said, what do you want to do with your life? And I'm thinking, I don't want to work here. But I didn't say that. I said, well, I'm a professional wrestler, and that's what I'm going to do for a living. So until Vince McMahon calls me, I'll work here. And he started laughing. And he said, if Vince McMahon calls you to work for him, the Doors are going to call me to be their lead singer. So some few years later, I had the pleasure of signing one of my action figures to give to him. And I wrote, Dear Javier, did the Doors call you yet? We will grace you with our presence for just a little while.
Thank you. All right. So, one of the huge milestones that we've just hit is Series 100 of our Elite Collection. And MVP here was featured very heavily in the early years of the Elite Collection. We wanted to do something really special with Elite Series 100. So we chose some of the biggest names in WWE of all time, brand new head sculpts for everyone, brand new championship titles for everyone, and very special packaging, of course. So we reached out to our good friend, Jonathan Bartlett, who has done some of these unbelievable posters for WWE Shop based on various, WrestleMania matchups. George Martinez, our packaging designer, along with Jonathan, just did something unbelievable here with this Elite 100 packaging. Artwork on the front, artwork on the back, inserts. Guys, please tell us a little bit about your creative process for making Elite 100 so special.
I can only speak from my side of things, although I will gotta tell you, I couldn't have done what I did on this without George and without Bruce. Like they're masters. There's a reason that everything looks perfect every time. But me being brought in on this was an incredible honor. It was sort of a dream come true because my first entry into wrestling fandom when I was a little kid was toys. I didn't see it on TV. I just saw my friends' toys. I was like, that's cool. Like whatever this is, I'm playing with it. And so come here, whatever it is, and a lot of years later, as an adult, and I'm a part of that world now. Part of the world that you guys love so much, getting to do the artwork for the backs, for the side, the front, even getting to redesign a bit about the logo. So if you're really getting close, on the package it's a bit small, but you've seen it, we got to put my touch on the logo even, which is nice. And like the respect and the trust in me to get to do my thing has been an incredible journey and experience. The poster thing, I gotta say, you guys have too many figures. Everyone I hear standing around the booth is like, I don't have anywhere to put anything. You gotta make some 24 by 36 inch wall space because you need the posters to go with all this stuff. You gotta deck out your rooms with some of these amazing things that we're doing alongside with the WWE. But yeah, collaboration was the key, and George is the one that really brought it home. You wanna tell him about it?
I mean, that was the easy part. I mean, I literally played off of what we did, and again, it's no small feat. This is the second time that we've done it in history, right? Toy history, second line to go to 100 series. First line was, if you remember, Basics 100, and that's where Bruce comes in, and he sort of like laid the foundation for how that look was. And so I just took inspiration from what he did, brought it into the elite world, brought in Jonathan Bartlett with his artwork, and sort of made it easy for me to just execute and lay sort of the groundwork that these two helped me create. Bruce, I don't know if you want to speak to how that came about of doing like that look of Series 100.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you have to elevate the brand, right, you want to maintain like that WWE brand presence, but make it someone special. And George did a great job by actually bringing in the platinum silver foil treatment into the 100 series, which I think is beautiful. And then meshing with Jonathan's art, you can't, like, he really outdid me. He just took it to the next level.
Yeah, well, following in the shoes of giants here. And let me just say though, as an artist, I love painting, I love portraiture, I love doing this and bringing the essence of these superstars out in all the work that I've done and been fortunate to do with WWE or in Mattel. But the thing about this line that made it, well, there's a million reasons why it's special, but every figure is included in a belt, right? That was like one of the bonuses with this, which is cool until you have to paint every detail on every belt and like make sure it looks good enough to be on the shelf. So it's like a bit of a load to carry, but I think we got it done, and I was really proud of that aspect because it was an illustrative challenge for me. I mean, I've done belts before, but I got to admit the new belt, well, they're not new now, but the belts now, there's a lot less detail and intricacies, I'll say. It stands out, I love them, but those old ones, just getting in there, making sure all the gold shines and every detail of every eagle wing, and like it was a whole other like challenge to unwrap as a painter, but we got there and I'm really proud of it in the end.
I'm sure you saw some teasers out there while we're hanging, but we've got a new Braun Strowman coming, a new Io Sky. I guess I need glasses now. It's not clicking. There we go. Dom coming, brand new Dom from Judgment Day. And Carmelo Hayes, who we just had here. If you follow NXT on social media, we were scanning Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes here the other night.
I'm gonna predict that Carmelo Hayes figure, you might want to take it and put it somewhere in a nice safe box because he's gonna be a very big star.
It's really special.
All right, another reveal. Our Survivor Series Elites for 2023. We have Charlotte Flair coming with WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, as well as Jerry the King Lawler from Survivor Series in Madison Square Garden. Sorry, I forget the year, but the year The Rock debuted. We've also got KO Kevin Owens in that red gear that he sported at Survivor Series, as well as Shawn Michaels from the first Elimination Chamber. This was a long requested figure, so we're finally getting that out there. And Build-A-Figure, of course, in our pay-per-view premium live event lines will be British Bulldog in jeans. All right, more premium live event reveals. We've got Batista, as well as Beth Phoenix, a brand new Brock Lesnar.
With the braid.
With the braid. Ridge Holland, first time in the line. And as the Build-A-Figure, Virgil in his wrestling gear.
Oh, man.
All right, defining moments. Elite baseline, it's back. Everyone was asking, when did Defining Moments come back? Robert Rudman was asking, when did Defining Moments come back? It's back, it's a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. It will be a 4-pack but Ringside will also sell these figures individually. But if you do buy that 4-pack, you get this sweet shipper. So Bruce, you created this packaging and this evolution of defining moments. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to keep that original look and feel for the collectors that have entered this assortment since the very beginning. Robert being one of them. Being my Q mate, I was like, I really have to follow this. So we did a great job in maintaining that same structure, the look, but updating the logo to like a cleaner render. Just bringing it up to the times, and just really making it unique to each superstar. So we do have the same original components, but upgrading it now. So even the back panel of these, we added the action shot to depict the exact moment, along with the awesome copy line that Robert comes up with.
Thank
You
you.
know.
All right. Pre-order now at ringsidecollectibles.com. All right, Legends. We showed you Legends Series 20, which is wild. The current incarnation of the Legends line has outlasted the original run of it, something we're very proud of. One thing that we believed we could improve was our packaging execution. So George is going to tell us what we plan to do with our Legends line starting in 2024.
All right, so we're gonna bring in a new structure. So I don't know if Undertaker's gonna be in the line or not. This is just
Eventually.
This is just a prototype right here. So I know we're getting excited. So yeah, it was.
Hey, don't play with my feelings like that.
So it was it was an idea that Steve actually had. He was telling me how much the fans love that year 1, year 2 packaging of those angles. So it's like, how do we bring it back? And I think this is a great opportunity in 2024 to bring it back and have that shape, something that we used before, and it just made sense. So this is sort of the work in progress. Still some refinements going along, but it's like the core of it is there. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes.
You have it, right?
I have it, yeah.
Let's see it.
Who wants it?
Sounds like
Yeah,
awesome
Cena.
nerd.
Yeah, so this is a working prototype. Again, you see it in physical form there. Sort of follows suit with what we've done with other packages, but again, the core, the essence of the first years with Mattel and WWE are present in this representation. So
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to start this with Series 21. So there's a nice clean break with 20 of the old style packaging and 21 here, even though this says 22, but 21. That's available at Target. All right, next up, our
Yeah,
Superstars
Steve,
line.
fresh packaging, fresh illustration. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. All right, so our beloved Superstars line, a Walmart exclusive line. You guys have embraced this, and you once again you saw some sneak peeks out there, but we're gonna show you a little bit more here. With first Captain Lou Albano, Bill, the Grand Wizard of Design, handles this line.
I feel I need a hat. So yeah, I mean, how exciting to be able to do Captain Lou and bring him into Superstars, right? Because this is our love letter to our childhoods in the 80s, and what a big part he played. So being able to bring him in, work on that portrait with our sculpting team, it was just incredibly exciting. And we're really happy with how this figure's coming out as far as what the soft goods do and the accessories.
Oh.
So here you get an idea of the soft goods, really creating that silhouette. This is early pass, so the shirt has actually come a long way, and I had a lot of fun with that pattern. And then that accessory, it's the gold record, and it's breakable, right? We all love the breakable accessory, so you slam it over someone's head and it shatters. So yeah, really, really, really cool.
All right, also out in the case was Vader, first time Superstars, and we do have a nice render of Vader here with soft goods.
Yeah, he needed that cape, right? I mean, we've put out many, many great Vaders, but it was fun to be able to bring a cape to the party. Sounds like something I do on the weekend. And not only does it have, it's a nice large cape, so it fit on all of your figures, but it also has a separate pelt piece around the shoulders, so it really captures that look. And then the Vader figure itself, it has removable black glove cuffs with white wrist tape underneath, and bare hands as well as gloved hands. So if you see some promo photos of walking to the ring with just the cape, but white tape, you can recreate that. Or in true Superstars fashion, you can recreate gloved.
Man, it's like ultimate Superstars Vader.
I have a question. Do Vader's gloves come with the authentic stench that his gloves the sweaty gloves that he never washed?
Scratch and sniff.
Scratch and sniff Vader gloves.
We are the people who do like Stinkor and on-brand promotions, so a scented figure is dangerously
Yeah,
vulnerable.
his gloves were legendarily horrible, the stench. Kane talked about working with him and just how bad his gloves smelled. So much so that people were like, yo, man, I'm gonna throw your gloves out the locker room, man. You gotta wash those things. That might be a nice, an interesting to include in a future Vader.
Bill, if we ever bring back Masters of the WWE Universe, a Stinkor Vader.
Now we know.
That's
Rest in peace, Leon.
incentive not to get hit by him, though, right?
Exactly.
All right, keeping with that, throwback kind of theming, we have WWE Retros. We didn't have anything ready to show in the booth, but we're going to give you a sneak peek of what's coming in early 2024 with the first two figures from the Mattel Creations box set. First up, a new Hulkster with some new parts, Bill, right?
Yeah, quite a bit of meaningful new parts here. He's got new legs, as well as, of course, that new head. So, and I just actually saw a painted model this morning.
Oh.
It's coming my way. It's in the
Did
mail.
you bring it?
No, it's in the mail.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's somewhere over the Pacific Ocean.
Okay. And
But it looked good. I think you guys are gonna like it.
And big news, long requested, how come there are no females in the retro line? So we're gonna do it in 2024 with Wendy Richter, all new body type, dual action feature.
Double punch. So you have a twist waist as well as an independently sprung arm, which is cool. And she looks good here. Again, seeing her fully painted in her gear, this is going to be a fantastic addition to the line. So really, really exciting for what this opens the doors for with retros.
All right, amazing work, Bill. All right, more throwback theme items. We showed you guys Coliseum Collection Wave 3? Wave 3 at the Superstore. Roddy Piper, his first Ultimate Edition figure. Everyone's like, where's Roddy? We need a Roddy Ultimate. Well, it's coming. And he's accompanied by George the Animal Steel, complete with rippable turnbuckle. What an awesome execution figure-wise. And Bruce here is the mastermind behind Coliseum Collection packaging. So you want to give us some deets on this?
Yeah, when we came up with this line, it was definitely, we have to hit that nostalgia effect, right, from the previous line. But taking heavily inspired by the posters that they come with, right? We can recreate amazing art for the packaging, take an opportunity to include the team as us being such big fans, and put them into the packaging, pretty much immortalizing us, to be honest. And getting, just wave by wave, I think our opportunity to improve the art here is like just getting better and better. I think George the Animal Steel was probably one of my favorite illustrations to work on. Just ripping apart the turnbuckle is amazing.
And it turned out beautifully.
Thank you.
I mean, when you showed that the first time, it was a chef's kiss. That's
Thank you.
Roddy Piper is one of my all-time favorites, and when I first met him, when he came into the locker room and gave me a hug and complimented me on the VIP lounge, I was beside myself because the VIP lounge wouldn't exist if there was no Piper's Pit. Roddy Piper was just one of the most amazing individuals, and Brooklyn Brawler told me a story once where he and Piper were riding together, and they were like, hey, we should get a drink and grab a bite to eat. And they said, all right, first place we see, we'll pull over. But there was a roadhouse with a whole bunch of motorcycles parked out front. So Brawler said, yeah, we probably shouldn't stop there. And Piper said, because you said that, now we have to stop there. And he said it was, when they walked in, it was like a scene from the movie, the proverbial record scratch. And who are these guys? And all the bikers are staring them down. They walked to the bar, and Brawler said that they ordered one beer, one shot of Jack. And one of the bikers comes over and walks up to Roddy Piper, takes his shot, gargles it, spits it back into the glass and puts it in front of Piper. And Brawler's like, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. And Piper, being Piper, picked the shot up, slammed it back and went, Roddy Piper, glad to meet ya. And they didn't pay for a drink the rest of the night. The legendary Roddy Piper.
Love him, R.I.P. Roddy. And we love George, right? Unbelievable. He comes with mine. He comes with a soft good shirt. Tell us about those, you can't see him here, but the extra heads, Bill.
Yeah, this one was a joy to sculpt. Once we decided we were going to execute Coliseum Collection, George was at the top of the list because he has such great expressions that translate so well into a toy. I think one of my favorite ones, there's one where he's not actually looking straight ahead, he's sort of staring off into space, which is based off of a pretty famous photo from the era. And it's just, when you see it, like when you're able to like capture that specific image that's so iconic to WWE history on a figure like this, it's really like, you really kind of like, it's almost, I hate the word magical, but it's like you willed something into existence that's that, you know, it captures like what you love so much about this growing up.
All right. Moving on to Ultimate Edition. Those are Ultimate Edition, but more contemporary here. Of course, you may have seen that out there in the case. We've got the Ultimate Edition Usos, the first Ultimate Edition Tag Team pack, which will be coming to ringsidecollectibles.com later this year. And I think they're looking pretty unbelievable and fully loaded with accessories and championship titles. Also, what a pleasant surprise of us wanting to deliver this item to you for the longest time. The Gobbledygooker finally arrived and pre-sold out within 24 hours. We are working very hard to get more of these out there to you guys via Amazon.com. So thank you for supporting this passion project of ours. And you know, like, validating what we believed in all along, that the Gobbledygooker deserved a Mattel figure. And something that I don't think has been widely circulated yet is the incredible packaging for this item. And George here, he created this, and please tell us, you know, everything that went into creating this amazing packaging.
Can we get a finally, right? I think ever since I got to the brand, we've been trying to do this Gobbledygooker and couldn't fit it in until like now, so it made sense. So I mean, the package just came together in its own because, you know, just researching that, again, going back to the nostalgia, like hitting those points for the fan, what is the fan expecting? So it was in collaboration with Steve again, right? He was telling me, like, I think we need to create that pad, you know, where the egg was sitting on top of. So it just made it so easy to just hit those marks and just bring back to life that moment, right? And so we've done it with the packaging.
Yeah, straight up VHS style, like 91, 90. And that backer you see behind the egg, it's, you know, the arena, Hartford, right? I think that's where they debuted. On the other side is the infamous brick wall background where all the Survivor Series teams would line up, so you'd see those ads. So yeah, it's a dual background. You can, you know, pose your figures in front of it for your photography or on shelf. And two standard Ultimate Edition packages for Undertaker and Gobbledygooker inside, so you can keep that consistency on shelf if that's how you like to display your figures.